Let's welcome anchor Raul Griffith. I'm so excited for him. Okay. Sorry, let me get myself in character. All right. So, Raul was one of the original cast members of It's Happening Out right here on the Happening Out television network. He has years of experience producing events for some of the greatest parties in Florida, and he is the current reigning Mr. Continental 2025, pa que lo sepa. He is also one of the owners of Urge Miami. Raul, I'm so excited that you're here. You have no idea. I have been a super fan of yours for like ever.
Thank you so much.
You and your husband are hot.
We get that often.
I'd like to video you guys and just use that for my own personal use. But anyway, aside from that, Raul, you're an icon for me, okay? I have followed you for years. You are Athena Dion's mom, dad, and everything all in between. When she is ever asked about how she got to where she's at, you're the first name that comes out of her mouth. You know, your excellence is so apparent. Okay, and it supersedes you. Okay, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up your butt, but you know what you know, and you do it so eloquently. And I was telling the boys that you were coming on the show and telling them about how you produce these incredible events that we all like live and die for. You know, Urge is celebrating dance. Okay, and it's called Time Space with DJ Ann Louise and David Nazar on February 22nd. Let's talk about that and the other exciting events coming up for Urge, okay?
Yeah, well, thank you for all that smoke. It was great.
Thank you. I've got more.
Good.
I've got more. Pa que lo sepa.
But thank you. Urge is having a great transition into a new era. And this weekend on Saturday, we have international DJ right from Brazil, Ann Louise, who is an incredible DJ. She's one of the favorites in the world, and has top charts in the circuit music industry. We also have David Nazar, who's a local, and of course, a favorite. Yes, a favorite among the crowd. We have a great venue right in the heart of downtown Miami, and it's new. We actually did our last event about 2 weeks ago in that space, and people just loved it. So we are super excited to be able to host Time and Space with Ann Louise and David Nazar this Saturday there.
And what's it called? Under One Sun? What's the name of the party? It's called Dance.
It's called Dance.
And then?
Time and Space is the theme of it.
Okay. Yeah. And so time and space, like what? Like space, like out
time
there?
And space and out there aliens and kind of like that. You know, we try to always have some kind of theme into the parties so that, they become something different.
Yes.
The music hits different when you have some type of theme going on in your head.
Yeah. Well, and boys, right? We love a theme, right? You give us a theme, I'm going to dress up like the the sexy, the sexy alien or something like that, right?
It allows you to, play with your fantasy.
Yes. And that's what it's all
or
about.
take it to a different direction they didn't think about.
Or maybe, you know how heavy the world is right now, Raul? You know what I mean? Especially in our community. Like, yes, we have to advocate. Yes, we have to fight, but we also have to have a good time.
Absolutely. And that's what we are characterized for as a community. We protest, we fight, but we also celebrate each other and dance and smile in the midst of it all. So that's important, and that's something that Urge this year is trying to create. Last year, we didn't have any parties, just the holidays and things like that. But this year, we are making it a point to have a celebration every month. For our community, because it is important.
No, and now more than ever, we have to. Another icon in our community is Hilton Woolman.
Absolutely.
That man is just like, whoa, how has it been? We even did the stories from this table when it was announced that you would be taking over.
Yes.
How has that transition gone? Those are big shoes to fill, okay?
Huge.
You have big feet.
I think the process was great because I've been working with Hilton for many, many years, and Louis and Billy with Urge in the terms of production, so knowing where they're coming from, knowing their ideas and their vision, helped a lot into me taking over and kind of having that smooth transition into elevating Urge a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Hilton deserves all the praise. Hilton not only is, like you said, he's a great influence and an icon in our community just because he has allowed so many spaces, and so many opportunities, opened the doors for so many people to be able to excel in what we do today.
And he's still a nice guy. Like, he doesn't have to be nice. Do you understand? Like, those people that are just so elevated in this community that he can be a DIC if he wanted to be to someone, you know? You know, but like, he's not,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Let's talk about Winter Party. Okay, so Winter Party's coming up as well, right? Boys, have you been to Winter Party? Okay.
No. Yeah.
Larry. We gotta burst your bubble.
We have to. We have to take
We
you.
gotta burst your cherry.
Okay.
There is nothing like Winter Party. Okay, especially the Sunday beach party. When you are on South Beach on the sand with what 5,000, 10,000 people. Like, I don't know how many people are there.
I wish it was 10,000.
Oh my God, but
it's up there. We're about 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Okay, I mean, it's packed, okay, wall to wall, and they bring only the best DJs for that as well. Last year, I enjoyed Dan Slater so much. I love that man.
Yes.
Oh, and without a shirt, oh, God, no puedo. Anyway, so how long does it take to put something like that together? Like, Winter Party is a couple of days. How long does
Winter
it take
Party-
to produce something like that?
Winter Party is a couple of days. It takes months. It takes months, and it takes a lot of people. And the great thing about the task force, which is the organization that produces Winter Party Festival, is that it's based on volunteers. And it's a nonprofit. We're based on volunteer work, and it is admirable the amount of work and amount of effort that the community itself puts into making Winter Party Festival. A great experience.
Yeah.
Winter Party Festival, it's old. It's about 20.
A couple decades old. Yeah.
More than 25 years.
Okay.
So it was one of the first, the original music festivals that we had for the LGBT community in the world.
Wow.
So it's highly attended. I mean, I still have, well, I don't have them, but, I still encounter people from, 20 years ago from London and all parts of Europe and Italy that still come religiously to Winter Party Festival. So it really is a celebration of who we are. I mean, if you have not been, you have to go and experience it, because it is completely, it's not just the music and the celebration and the fun. It's the people, and how they feel when they're there.
Yeah.
So it's a great experience.
Well, and like Raul said, the people, like every year I've gone, I've met people from Australia, from Switzerland, from and I'm like, what? And you're here?
All
And
over the world.
and like you said, and it's not their first time, And it all really culminates with the people who put it together, like Raul said, right? The National LGBTQ Task Force, a lot of them are out of New York, and they come down here for that, and and then
from
they've
Washington.
got. And then they've got all their people down here, Kathy Renna, and all those people come down,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And every year it gets bigger and bigger.
Every year gets bigger and bigger just because of community effort, honestly.
Ugh.
And all of that work and all of that fundraiser, all those funds get thrown back right into where it's needed. So, for example, one of the benefactors, the beneficiaries of Winter Party Festival is Bright Lines, which is their youth organization.
Yes,
And
we love Edward Summers. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm a second generation South Florida Pride Line.
You were a Pride Lines kid?
second generation.
Oh my God, how do you do?
absolutely.
That's
I was
awesome.
actually the
When Victor Diaz was there.
no way
Before him.
Wow. Let's
Okay,
not
you
talk
look-
about
yeah,
time. Let's not talk about years.
Raul looks much younger than he is, obviously,
Too
right?
many years, yes, because then we start getting into something that we don't want to spend some time on that. But way before South Florida, when Pride Lines was established in South Florida, many years ago, the first year. The first few years was run by two lesbians. It was a couple. I can't remember their names right now, but we had a very small space right off Biscayne and somewhere in downtown, where the temple is. I don't remember exactly where, but it was a very small little house, and it got packed every Wednesday that we used to gather. And Josh Santiago was able to be on the board the following year and create the youth, Pride Lines Youth Gay Prom. And I'm their second gay prom queen. Can you believe that?
Oh, another pageant that you've stolen, that you said, give me that crown, this is mine.
I started early. So from Pride Lines, as a teenager, I saw Winter Party Festival, I saw the task force and volunteering there, and I wanted to, first volunteer at Winter Party because I was too young to be able to do that. And when I did that, then I wanted to be part of the gala. Then I wanted to be able to afford to go to the gala. Then I wanted to afford to buy a table. and I wanted to be, then be able to sponsor, be a table captain, and eventually I wanted to be the producer, and here I am. So
you are.
that whole entire story of how, a seed gets planted, by an organization, about a dream, about something that we do as a community, and how they can inspire and make a life for somebody. I'm a testament of that. So
That's a beautiful thing.
That's beautiful that, that's the passion that drives me to be able to stand behind that entire production and say, how do you feel? Well, it's beyond ourselves.
Wow. So in essence, Pride Lines kind of planted the seed for you to be the huge advocate that you are now, but also to get your feet wet into pageantry.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because
Right?
I love competition.
Well, you
Yeah.
like to kick people's butt. That's what it is.
That too. I like to see them suffer for a little bit. Yeah. Pageantry. Well, back in the day, here we go with the time.
Come on, stop it. Back in the day, it's important.
Back in the day, pageantry was one of the only outlets for entertainers from the LGBTQ community in general to be recognized and known, and we knew out of videos on VHS and this pageant and that pageant who the legends that are now in the pageantry. We didn't have any other outlets. So yeah, pageantry plays a big role in not only in the community, but in myself.
May I mention Vegas Dion?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so Vegas Dion, so this beautiful man right here is his drag persona is Vegas Dion, who is the iconic inspiration of so many of your favorite queens that you love and adore right now, right? And so he has not been he hasn't brought us Vegas Dion in over 10 years, approximately about 13 years, something like that.
Almost.
So I heard a rumor, right? I was hanging out with a bunch of Miss Florida FI queens. And somebody said that for the 25th anniversary or for the 20th anniversary or something like that, that you were coming back as Vegas Dion.
Really?
Or Miss Florida. And Miss Florida's right around the corner.
That's very
right,
interesting.
Allison? Right, Allison? Right, Scott? Right, Gary? I mean, so, Miss Florida's right on. Is that a rumor? Is that true? Can you,
Well, I mean, I'm just finding out about it. But I do want to know who these queens are.
Come on. Is it a possibility, though? Tell me. Because me, as a little fangirl, would be like beside myself to know that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's I've learned a thing that it's important to bring joy, and those are joyful times for some people, and that's a joyful character for a lot of people, and if maybe, maybe we can attach a fundraiser to it or something like that.
Right? Listen.
If we can get money out of it or something, that we can all benefit from, then maybe I'll put out some makeup.
Listen, the incredible production mind of this man. Do you hear him? He's like, wait a minute. How can we make money for an organization? Espérate, wait a minute. You got something there,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, but again, so you've been in pageantry since you were a kid, since the Pride Lines day. You won a bunch of crowns as Vegas Dion. You are Mr. Continental as yourself. How has that helped you with running these events? With running these events, I love our community, but our community has a lot of interesting personalities.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it could be like wrangling feral cats. Like, how does that help you? Does that diligence and just, everything that it takes to be in a pageant, does that help you with this part of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I think I do
Discipline,
believe
that's the word I was looking for, discipline.
Discipline, and I think that has to do with character, but it does groom everyone that it's in pageantry, Pageantry has a way of grooming you, not just for entertainment, but it creates, like you said, discipline. It does create organization, it creates commitment, and it also, teaches you how to learn and how to handle your defeats, when they're not necessarily
That's
victories.
huge, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we all deal with that on an everyday
Right.
basis.
What is your take on, on your experiences and how you handle them? Pageantry does a lot for you. And it is a great thing. How has it helped me and how does it help me? I mean, it groomed me, but at the same time, we do have great people in our community that we look up to that are able to, tell you, you're you're not necessarily doing this right, or giving you advice and guiding you, like the old queens and
Well, because you will blow up the spot of someone on Facebook. I've seen you after a pageant go, you lost because you lost.
well, now
Right? And I'll be like, oh.
a reality check. Sometimes we need, especially nowadays. We gotta fact check a lot of things nowadays.
Right.
So pageantry, we do that in pageantry as well.
I got you. And tonight you will be emceeing Miss Noche Latina.
At the Miss Noche Latina, I'm the second Miss Noche Latina, and I'm also a former Mr. Noche Latina.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has won both divisions.
Wow. Can you imagine that? Maybe for his next coming out, you do like the half and half, right? Or like that.
We did that one time for a cover of a magazine here.
Nice.
I love that, Raul. Oh my God, I love having you at the table. Is there anything else that you think our viewers should know about any future events that you'll be collaborating with?
Yes, well, Arch Festival that is happening Thanksgiving weekend, which is the most important thing for us right now on my table, other than Winter Party Festival. Arch is it's so special because it's a South Florida baby. It was born with the vision and the idea to cater to our locals, and it started just as one party, and now it's a renowned worldwide festival, and South Florida is its destination, and we can remember those days with Hilton Woolman and Billy Kemp and Luis Morera and Abel Aguilera.
Oh my God.
And, that started with the whole vision of, creating something huge, and it's here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to announce that on March 1st, we're releasing, the passes and the tickets for the festival this year. And, there's a lot of great surprises, and we're changing a lot of things and we're allowing a lot of diversity and inclusion to be the focus of this year's festival.
Wow.
So it is important for us to not only take up space, but only have a huge, loud noise in the state and in our country. So that's our focus this year. So
Well, thank you for taking up so much space, and thank you for making that space for others as well, and it's Urge. It's during Thanksgiving when a lot of us have to deal with our family. And we need an outlet after that. And Urge is here to give it to you while partying your life away. And you might meet the next man of your dreams.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Or
Right.
fantasy.
Or fantasy. Right?
Or nightmare.
Or nightmare. Or the reason your credit goes bad. You never know. You never know. But definitely get your tickets for Urge. They will be released March 1st, and get your VIP passes, okay, because they do sell out. Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you all at Urge Miami Dance Time Space at the District Ballroom on February 22nd. And